Hi, this is Leslie. Are you going to make Thanksgiving dinner this year? Are you going to make it for a lot of people? There's a lot of things you can do ahead of time, like a day or two before, so you don't have the stress of getting it all done on Thanksgiving Day. For instance, you can make your mashed potatoes and get your gravy started the day before. Mashed potatoes, you just cube and peel and cut your potatoes up, and I love to add a couple sweet potatoes. Now these are not yams, they're not orange, they're white, but I love to add a couple sweet potatoes. I add cream cheese and butter and salt and pepper and garlic to mine, and I am very famous for my mashed potatoes, so it's almost like dessert for me. So you can get those all mashed up, you put them in the refrigerator the night before, and then first thing in the morning you take them out so they start to warm up. And you can put them in a crock pot or a slow cooker. Just put a little film of water in the bottom and put them in there and put them on warm and let them be warming up. Okay, so now let's talk about gravy. You can get your gravy almost completely done. So the only thing you have left to do on Thanksgiving Day is to deglaze your turkey pan and pour those juices into the gravy. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to make something called pan gravy. This is different than taking the juices, adding water, and making a gravy paste and pouring it in there. When you make pan gravy, you're making kind of a roux. That's a mixture of fat and flour. And the longer you cook your roux, the nuttier flavored the flour gets, but the less floury tasting it gets, and you're much less likely to have lumpy gravy when you do it this way. So we're just going to take some butter and put it in the pan here. Use my reach here. And you want to put, I've got this burner a little too high. This is our stainless steel non-stick skillet. It's kind of a hybrid pan. You can use it just like stainless steel, get your wonderful fondants and glazes, cook at a high temperature, and yet it's non-stick inside. Can you see that finish there? Mm-hmm. So nothing sticks and it's really easy to clean. Okay, so all we're going to do is mix an equal part of fat and flour. Now I'll hold off on the flour here. And we're just going to start stirring this with a whisk. I mean, this couldn't be easier. And it's wonderful because there are no lumps at all. Now you can put as much of this in as you want, depending on how much gravy you're going to make. I make a lot of gravy on Thanksgiving for about 12 to 15 people sometimes. Okay, so once that's all cooked down, you see it starting to cook, and the longer you cook it, the browner it will get, and it'll have a different flavor the longer you cook it. So we don't want this to get too brown. Now we're just going to start to thin it out with just a drop of liquid. I'm using chicken broth, and we're going to just keep pouring it in and whisking it rapidly. Now it looks lumpy, but it will smooth out as you continually whisk it. Remember, this is going to be a lot of gravy. You wouldn't have to use that much butter and flour for a small group of people. Okay? Now what we're going to do is just let this come to a little simmer here, and it will thicken up. Now this will taste like chicken broth, because that's what it is. But what we're going to do, we would add our seasonings to it, like our salt and our pepper if you needed it. You probably don't need too much salt with boxed chicken broth. And then again, get this cooked, get it simmering. Once it's simmered, pour it into another pan or bowl or something that you can cover, and you're going to stick it in the refrigerator after it's cooled off. And the next day you take it out, you heat it up, you add the meat juices to it, and voila, you've got gravy. How easy is that? Thank you.